We believe that life is better connected, and our aim is to help our young people find genuine friends and a supportive community. We also think that the best way to navigate this COVID season is by engaging together in smaller groups. We would love to help get them connected in this way by joining one of our hangout groups. For any questions or further information, just email youth@forgechurch.com or check out the Forge website.
Hello and welcome to Motion Live. My name is Tim and I'm going to be leading you through a great program that we've got planned for you guys tonight. I really should have said hello and welcome back to Motion Live, because last week we weren't here, we weren't meeting online. However, we were physically here. We had a social for you guys and I absolutely loved it. It was so good to see you all. And we played some games out on the field. We had a picnic together. We toasted marshmallows around the fire pit. We had music. It was just so good for us all to be there together. You know, if you missed it, don't worry too much. We're going to be doing some more socials over this next sort of few months as we lead up until the summertime. So yeah, we'd love to get you connected into those socials that we have planned. Okay, what have we got on this week? We've got some loads of great things planned this week, but I'd love to know that you're watching, so let us know that you're watching in the chat. Tell us your name, tell us a joke, tell who you're watching with. I don't care, to say anything in the chat. We say it every week, but we'd love to hear from you. In fact, one thing I want you to answer this week, now I've put it in the chat already, I'd love to know what your dream job would be. What would your dream job? It could be your dream job now, or maybe when you were a little bit younger. What was your dream job? What is it that you wanted to be when you grew up? Now, this is my time to be honest. Now, when I was younger, maybe about 7 or 8, I guess, my dream job was to be a mechanic. Now, it wasn't because I was a lover of cars or I liked fixing things, because that's definitely not true. I have to admit, it was because of someone called Kylie Minogue. Now, I know most of you guys are far too young to know who Kylie Minogue is, but however, she was a singer and she was an actress and she was in a TV program called Neighbours. Now, I understand Neighbours still runs, but I haven't watched it for about 25 years. But anyway, she was in Neighbours. She was a mechanic, and because she was a mechanic, and I quite liked Kylie Minogue, that made me want to be a mechanic. So that's my embarrassing story. Let us know your embarrassing stories of what you want to be when you are older. What is your dream job? And then we'll talk about it later on in the chat. Okay, we're going to kick off tonight with a song. So I want you to stand up on your feet. I want you to dance around the room. I want you to sing as loud as you can to this song. So let's check this out and sing together.
Yeah, it's good news this morning. That our salvation is in the blood of Jesus. Through the work of the cross, means that we are free, means that we are saved. And although it might not seem like a good time right now, I promise that there are good times to come, that we are called to be a light in the darkness. dawn this morning. The dawn will soon arrive. There's a new day on the rise. I've got a feeling the darkness won't last very long. I've got a feeling the darkness won't last very long. 'Cause I've got a feeling the darkness won't last. Come on, even if you don't believe it this morning, sing it out in faith. It's truth this morning. I got a feeling, 'cause I've got a feeling the darkness won't last very long. I got a feeling, I've got a feeling the darkness won't last very long. We say, is in his blood. Jesus, light of heaven, friend forever, his kingdom come. Come on, let's lift him up. Let's lift him up. It's so worthy. It's so, so worthy. There's a new day coming. There's a new day on the rise. I'm believing it for you. I'm believing it for your household. I'm believing it for your home. I'm believing it for your family. A new day is coming. Jesus.
What a great way to start our time together tonight. Amazing. I just can't wait until we're all together in the same room, jumping around, singing and praising God. It's going to be so, so good. I can't wait for that time. Okay, so 2 weeks ago, I said that we were going to see the return of our series called Knock and Fun, and that's what we're going to do in a little while. For those of you that don't know what Knock and Fun is, basically in our first series, I came with a camera round to some of your guys' homes just to do some stupid games, and we filmed it. And then at the end of it, there was a forfeit for those people who lost the game. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Now, this time round, we surprised some of our leaders. So let's check out to see what happened when we surprised our leaders with some games of Knock and Fun. Let's check this out.
We have a new game, a challenge for mind, body and spirit. Only the great shall prevail. What's it called, I hear you ask?
Knock and Fun. Knock and Fun. You have to watch closely because we might show up with a camera and a host to wishing you luck. We'll come knocking with our theme tune rocking 'cause it's time to play. Knock and Fun.
Hello, welcome to a new episode of a new series of Knock and Fun. What's your name? Where'd you come from?
Zoe from Needham. Hello.
Yeah!
Knock and Fun.
Okay, let's go for round one. You ready for round one?
I am. I'm a little bit scared I'm going to get a pie to the face or something.
Okay, so the rules are pretty simple. I've got a pint of water and you just got to drink it as quick as you can from the straw. No chugging, just straw.
Are you going to count me in?
Yeah, so ready, steady, go.
So cold.
That's a disadvantage. Rainfall.
So bad at this.
Rain. Halfway there. It looks like we're halfway there. Keep going.
It's so cold.
You put the water in there.
Give me break, please.
You're almost there. This is good.
Tip it on your head when you're done.
Oh, make sure you finish it first. Get that slow back.
Knock and Fun.
What's your name? Where'd you come from?
Hi, I'm Meg. I'm in very white. This I don't know what's going on.
Okay, are you ready? Steady, go.
Stay calm, Michelle. It's actually quite good today. Sorry, it was too cold. Set some up.
Yeah.
You have to tip it on your head when you're done. Just to prove that it's done.
Knock and Fun.
What's your name? Where'd you come from?
I'm Nathan and I come from Yaxley.
1, 2, 3, go.
Hopefully it's not too cold like it was for the other contestants.
Oh, he's quick.
Because he's the lad.
Put it over your head when you're done.
2. Swallow. 2. Oh my god.
Knock and Fun.
That was
quick.
really quick. Oh. What's your name? Where'd you come from?
Sam and Petter.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Steady, go. Oh, that's quick. Did you use fridge water? Oh, we did.
Might get brain freeze. Oh my gosh,
That is quick. Tip it over your head when you're done. Tip it over your head when you're done.
Knock and Fun.
What's your name and where'd you come from?
My name's Eliza. I'm from Petter.
Way! Hey! 3, 2, 1, go!
I would actually feel really awkward doing this in front of people, so I feel really bad for everyone who's had to do it. I did quite well though, that's good actually. What? Don't. That's not nice. Don't laugh.
Are you trying to make a laugh, Sam? Put it over your head when you're done.
Knock and Fun.
We have a new game. A challenge of the mind, body and spirit. Only the great shall prevail. What's it called, I hear you ask?
Knock and Fun. Knock and Fun. You have to watch closely because we might show up with a camera and a host to wishing you luck. We'll come knocking with our theme tune rocking 'cause it's time to play. Knock and Fun.
Oh, I'm so glad that Knock and Fun is back. Now, if you haven't guessed it, we're going to be doing this for a few weeks, where the leaders will be taking on different challenges over these next few weeks. Now, at the end of it, the leader with the least points will have to do a forfeit. Now, I think it's only fair that you guys get to decide what the forfeit is. So let me know. Write it in the chat now. Tell me on an email. Put it on social media. Whatever it is, you guys, I think, should decide what the forfeit is. And I will pick the best one that you guys say. So we'll see what you guys think the forfeit should be. Shall we go and have a look and see what's going on in the chat? Let's have a look to see who is watching. So we're just going to do some shout outs. Hello to Summer. Summer was on first yet again. Well done, Summer. Who else have we got? Henry's watching. We've got Amy. Hello, Amy. We have got Izzy is watching. And then we asked the question. We did ask the question. What was your dream job, or what would your dream job want to be? Now, I said mine was a mechanic because of Kylie Minogue. Let's see what other people say. Johnny has put on there, surely the kids and youth director. Well, obviously, this is a dream job. But, that's, goes without saying. Xanthi, hello, Xanthi. Who else have we got? Amy Pointer has said that she wants to be a detective in Canada. That is very specific. I like that. Now, she then goes that she wants to live there. I'd love to visit Canada, so I kind of agree with you. We've got a lot of actresses. We've got Xanthi wants to be an actress. I think we had Izzy wants to be an actress as well. And Jamie Perkins obviously doesn't want to be an actress. He wants to be an actor. But yeah, so that's cool. Hello, Eliza's watching. Well done with your Knock and Fun, Eliza. Good effort. Megan has put, I wanted to be a superhero. Amazing. Excellent. Love that one. Now, Martha has put on there, I'd love to own a bookshop. Now, that sounds like a good ambition. I like that. Martha, I could see that happening for you as well. So keep us posted on that. Okay, right. Izzy put this. When I was younger, I wanted to marry into the royal family. Wow. That is such a great ambition. I like it. Now, Jemima's has to be the best one, though. This is brilliant. Jemima's put, when I was, I used to want to be a robot ballerina window cleaner. A robot ballerina window cleaner. I would love to know what that actually looks like. That is amazing quality. Tim Sparks, what has he put? He wants to be a paint decorator. Love that, Tim. Excellent. What else have we got? We've just a lot of people saying hello. A lot of people cheering on your leaders for Knock and Fun. So Zoe's got a shout out, Mega's got a shout out, and Eliza. None of the boys have got shout out. So boys, shame on you for not giving your leaders a shout out. Maybe they will be the ones that have to do the forfeit at the end of this series. That was good. Like that. Zoe was shocking. What was it, 40 odd seconds? I did it at home. And I got my wife to do it at home, and I got my eldest son to do it at home as well. And I think he did it in about 18 seconds. So come on, Zoe, that is shocking. 40 seconds to do that. You need to improve that. Anyway, a lot of fun. We've got some fun games over these next few weeks for Knock and Fun. So check that out next week as well. Okay, we're going to head straight into our talk. We're starting a brand new series this week, and it's called Habits. Now, maybe you've heard us talk, here about loving God all of the time. But there's one problem with that nobody really talks about. You can't see him. So, how do you connect to someone who you never seems, audibly able to respond in any way? In this series, we'll be talking about the faith habits that make it possible to connect with an invisible God. And while there's no formula for knowing how to do this and knowing everything about God, there are some key habits that we can do that may change the way that we see him and the way that we can act and respond to him. So let's check out our new series, Habits.
During lockdown, I set myself a goal to be able to run 10k. I did the Couch to 5k app. I was running 2 times a week, and for the first time ever, I was actually enjoying it. At Christmas, I even found myself asking for running gifts, new trainers, headphones, and running clothes. But then, I just got distracted. I blamed the cold weather, a small injury, and the busyness of life, and I stand here now having not run for 5 weeks. Have you ever had a big dream, an idea, or a goal of something that you wanted to become great at? You even started and put the work in, but then you just forgot about it. Maybe you wanted to start your own YouTube channel. You vlogged an entire day, but then you were just too tired to actually edit and upload it. You said you'd do it tomorrow, but eventually too many days passed and you just forgot about it. Or maybe you're an athlete and you had goals to level up your skills this year, or to get that even better shape than you did in the summer. But things just didn't go as planned. Too many skipped workout days passed, and eventually you just feel disconnected from the passion that you had around your original goals. Or maybe you were going to work really hard at your grades this year. You had a whatever it takes mentality going into this year. But here you are, months later, and you're not where you wanted to be. The quickest way for something to go from super important to kind of forgot about it is for it to just be out of sight. Out of sight, out of mind is a real thing. And this isn't just true about activities or goals that we have. Think about it. When it comes to people like your friendships, when you lose connection with our friends, we sometimes fill our heads with ideas about things that may have changed since the last time we saw them. Are we really still friends? Are they mad at me for something that I said or did? Did they replace me with someone else? Sometimes friendships slowly drift apart. We begin to question things and doubt the friendship. And it all starts with a lack of interaction or time that we spend together. What happens with us and a dream we want to accomplish but end up abandoning is the same thing that happens with friends that we want to stay close to but end up drifting apart from. We have a goal, we have an end in mind, but without making a habit out of the work to make that goal a reality, the dream dies. The friendship fizzles. Things just don't turn out the way that we want them to. Because without making a habit out of spending time with people that we care about, or without making a habit out of practicing the skills we need to make the dream come true, we don't accomplish what we want. And here's the thing. Many of you have just started an exciting new relationship with God. Or maybe you have been following Jesus for a while, but you don't want to drift apart from him. Or, if I had to guess, I bet some of you have had the same sort of experience with God already. The relationship fizzled. The goal of feeling close to him is never reached. And maybe you have found yourself wondering why that is. Is it because God is invisible? Or maybe because he feels far away? Or it seems strange to try and figure out a way to talk to someone that you don't have a text thread with? Or maybe you've even wondered if you've done something wrong to cause the distance. Whatever idea you have of what you think a relationship with God looks like, maybe it just isn't happening and it feels a bit like the goal you abandoned and the friendship that just isn't the same. And the question you are asking is this the way it has to be? You see, when he was on earth, Jesus had a moment when he was surrounded by several religious experts. They loved asking him questions, sometimes because they wanted to learn from him, but mainly because they wanted to trip him up. They wanted to catch him saying something that would cause Jesus to lose his influence and ruin his reputation. At one point, one of the religious leaders asked Jesus what the greatest commandment was. These religious leaders thought they understood God and his law better than anyone. They were in no danger of forgetting about God. Following God's rules were front and center of their entire lives. And now, in front of a crowd of people, they asked Jesus, out of the hundreds of laws and commandments, which one would he make number one? Jesus responded with an answer that every one of the teachers and experts of the law would have known by heart, because they'd heard it their entire lives. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul, and with all your mind and with all your strength. Jesus tells us what he wants us to do, love an invisible God with everything that we have, but he doesn't tell us how at that moment. Later, Jesus uses an illustration to help explain that. John, one of Jesus' followers and friends, records a big conversation between Jesus and his disciples. Jesus knew that while he was visible to his friends at that moment, he wouldn't be for much longer. Eventually, he would return to heaven and no longer walk on earth. It didn't mean that Jesus would no longer exist. He would just no longer be visible in the way that they had gotten used to. With that in mind, Jesus gives them an illustration. I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. Back then, agriculture or farming was as common as popular as mobile phones are today. It was part of their everyday lives. Everybody knew about farming, vines, and plant life. They would have immediately known that the branch of a plant can only create fruit if that fruit is connected to the nutrients the vine provides. So let's put it in terms that we would use today. It would be like saying that a power cord gets the electricity it needs from a power outlet to give power to whatever it is plugged into. The verse written a little differently would go something like this. I am the power outlet. You are the cord. If you remain in me and I in you, you will power many devices. Apart from me, you can power nothing. Most of us have things at home that need to be plugged in an outlet in order for it to work. A television, maybe it's your hair straighteners, or just something as simple as a coffee pot. The list could go on for days. Think about the incredible things that you can do and all the people that you can connect with through your phone or maybe your Xbox. If your Xbox is connected to an outlet, it can do wonders. If your Xbox is unplugged, it is just a pile of plastic. If your phone is connected to an outlet, it is the single most innovative piece of technology of all time. If your phone has no battery left, it has all the potential in the world, but that's all it is, potential. If your device is connected to an outlet, it has true power. If your device has no electricity, it is dead. This is a lot like you and your relationship with God. You have so much power and so much potential to do so many things. You can love your friends. You can serve your family. You can make wise decisions. You can pursue God's plan for your life. You can change the world right where you are simply by living the life God has called you to live. You can do all these things and more in your everyday life if you are plugged in. When you're connected to God, you get to live as the single greatest creation of all time. If you aren't connected, you have all the potential in the world, but there's something standing in your way. You are still the greatest creation of all time, but there's a gap between where you are and where you could be. We need to stay connected to God, to know God. And we need to know God in order to love God more. And loving God, well, that's what Jesus said was the most important commandment of all time. Connecting with God helps us know him better. So if connecting with God will help us know him better, but connecting with an invisible God will take some effort. It will take making connection a habit. Loving God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength means that we're putting in the effort over time to make it happen. So how do we do that? Well, there are lots of ways to connect with God. So we're going to start with one simple idea. Spend time with God. Over the next few weeks, we're going to talk more specifically about ways that we can spend time with God. But this week, I want to give you a challenge to spend 15 minutes with God each day. Doing what? Well, here are some ideas. Listen to some worship music and think about God while you do. Go for a walk and pray, talking to God about things you are grateful for or that you need help with. Write down some prayers, thoughts or questions that you have. Read devotionals on your Bible app. Pick one and go for it. Or maybe come up with some ideas in your Hangout group of how to build habits to get to know God in everyday ways. Whatever you decide, it doesn't have to be perfect or feel magical. There's one goal and one point of spending time with God, to get to know him better by connecting with him, like connecting with a power source. Because just like there are endless ways that you connect with your friends, seeing them at school, hanging out with them at weekends, commenting on their social media, there are endless ways to connect with God. The point isn't how to do it, it's that you do it over and over again, making a habit, a pattern out of time spent with him. Getting to know and connecting with God, we can see will take time. It will take creating a habit over time before it starts to feel easier and more natural. But I love this phrase out of the book of James in the New Testament. Come near to God and he will come near to you. There is no magic formula about this. It's just taking the time to make a habit. Over time, we will find ourselves closer to God and he will feel closer to us. Even though God is with us all the time, the habit of spending time with him will eventually bring a feeling of closeness that we may never have experienced before. Here's the thing. God wants you to make a habit of spending time with him, of getting close to him, not because he wants to control you, but because he wants to be close to you. He's a good dad who wants a good relationship with his kids, and that includes you. Your Hangout group is a great place to talk about making a habit out of spending time with God. You can verbalize your struggles and frustrations. You can share ideas that have worked for you. And you can hear from a leader who has spent years learning to connect with God in their own way. Connecting with God helps us know him better. And your Hangout group is another great place to connect with God.
What a great challenge we have set you guys there. So 15 minutes, that's all, 15 minutes to spend some time connecting with God this week. Now, before you go into your Hangout groups, I just want to talk about one way that you could do that. So we have got a plan, a Bible plan on the YouVersion Bible app that we would love you guys to join us and do. Now, it will take you less than that 15 minutes. It'll probably take you 5-10 minutes maximum to spend some time just looking at a Bible verse and then reflecting on it with a short word. And it will take you literally 5 minutes, 10 minutes at the most. Now, if you guys have got the YouVersion Bible app, then you can connect with us. So it's Forge Youth. Connect with us, and I will invite you to the plan. If you're on there already and I've sent the link to you, all you need to do is just agree to join the plan, and then you can join us along. If you haven't got the app, then please just search on your App Store or Play Store or wherever it is, just search for YouVersion Bible app, and then you can connect in. So just search for me as Forge Youth, and we'd love to join us in that. Me and the leaders will be doing that over these next few weeks. And we would love you guys to join me with that as well. So yeah, I can't encourage you enough more to do that. So 15 minutes, that's all it's going to take to spend some time with God. Someone who wants to spend time with us. Isn't it amazing that this God who created the universe and how powerful he is, he wants to spend time with us. He wants us to build a relationship with him. So I really challenge you guys to do that. That's why we do this, because we want to kind of help you in your relationship with God. So why not pick up that challenge that I'm giving you tonight? Okay, so it's now time for you to go into your Hangout groups. For those that maybe don't know what Hangout groups are, if you want to get connected into one of these groups, you can head over to our Instagram page or our website, and there'll be details of the groups on there. If you'd like more information about those groups, just email me, youth@forgechurch.com, and I would love to get you linked into one of those groups. So for now, I'll see you all next week. I hope you have a good and safe week. Take care.